even as we were just true baby teenagers, how incredibly grounded and grounding you are. You have always embodied such a powerful combination of both purpose and passion and perseverance. And I'm so grateful to have a friend like you, who is such a wonderful person and friend and has also been such an inspiration for all of these years. I remember when Karina first told me about David. He was kind, he was brilliant, he was just as passionate about finding good Asian food in Chicago, and also played this card game about magic and gathering.
I am also the one that taught him how to play Magic the Gathering, so I am sorry. That same determination that makes him irritatingly competitive at times is also what makes him so dedicated in his relationships and fiercely loyal to all the people in his life.
I see how immensely happy you make my very dear friend. And even more than that, while it is very hard to make Karina silly, I see how much laughter and levity you bring to her life and how beautifully that complements her groundedness.
3,000 years ago, in ancient Egypt, women were given rings on their engagement and wedding day to symbolize their marriage. And the shape of a ring was significant for the Egyptians for its infinite nature. Like the love of a marriage, it has no beginning and has no end. It was common for the rings to take the form of a snake eating its own tail to symbolize this cycle, but they have normal rings. By medieval times, the traditional band of plain gold had started to become inlaid with symbolic gems. Rubies symbolize passion, sapphires, the eternity of love, and diamonds symbolize strength and the unbreakable bond of marriage. Now, 3,000 years of tradition and history have led us here today to celebrate David and Karina, to see where those rings will take them over their lives together. David and Karina have prepared their own vows to put their love into words.
Karina, Every dating website asks what you look for in a partner, your likes and dislikes, your preferences, in an attempt to bring order to this chaos that is matchmaking. It's an attempt to find your ideal partner, but not necessarily your other half. Your hopefully very defunct dating profile says you love late afternoon sunshine, a good book, and of course, boba. It shows that you're someone who's visited the world and wants to travel even more. And while all these details are true, they don't paint a complete picture of what you mean to me. To me, you're the most meticulous planner I have ever met, including for this wedding. You always Google and Yelp for anything you buy or order, and you always make sure we won't be led too astray. Under your serious exterior, you are one of the silliest people I have ever met. And once you set your mind to something, you are one of the most determined people ever. Whether it be adopting our 2 cats, Maki and Nori, or going on hiking tracks. And you can be sure for every decision, a lot of research accompanies it. You're one of the best listeners in the world, and I feel like I can share anything with you without judgment. You're my boulder and my safe harbor, keeping me sane in the storm that has been the last few years. All of this isn't something that shows up on the dating profile, but come up over the course of years of experiences. Karina, you are my other half. Life might throw us curveballs, and not every day will be perfect, but I know we'll get through it with the help of our friends and family, and with the help of each other. Teamwork makes the dream work. And I want you to know that I love you so very, very much. Karina, I promise to be the best version that I can for you each and every day. I promise to fill your life with happiness and laughter, whether it be through my exceedingly bad puns or by acting like a happy puppy when you come home from work after a long day. I promise to tutor our children, especially in math and physics, and to make sure that our current fur babies are well loved and doted on. I promise to always be there for you with the same unconditional love that you show me every day. And finally, I promise that as we grow older and life changes around us, I will still be your other half. I love you.
Okay. Right. David, when you asked me on one of our first dates to answer the 36 questions with you, I was both surprised and secretly elated. In 2015, the Modern Love section of the New York Times published a column entitled, "To Fall in Love with Anyone, Do This." It lists a series of 36 increasingly personal questions that led participants in a psychology experiment to fall in love. Naturally, I was a bit skeptical, but little could I have known that this was the start of something special. That night, as we delved into the questions, I caught my first glimpse of a soul that is deeply caring, thoughtful, and introspective. In that moment, I really started to envision a future together. With you, I feel empowered to be my most authentic self, strong yet raw and vulnerable. Your love is one that gently nurtures without smothering. You respect my autonomy and independence, yet in my most challenging moments, I know I can come back to your arms, my safe harbor. You make me feel seen, heard, and beautiful every day. I'm inspired by your loyalty, humility, and kindness, and feel so lucky to walk this life beside you. Thank you for being my best friend, most trusted confidant, and sometimes unwilling hiking partner. I am grateful for all our adventures, both extraordinary and mundane. Together, we have trekked 96 miles through rainy Scottish Highlands, tackled the stress of new home ownership, and navigated the challenges of a multi-cat household. I can't wait to see what the future has in store for us. In turn, I promise to support and encourage you in all your endeavors, even when you're inevitably too hard on yourself. I promise to be your safe space in difficult times and to listen with patience and compassion. I promise to celebrate all the joys and weather all the challenges that life may bring. I promise to encourage continued curiosity and understanding of each other as we grow both as individuals and together in our marriage. I promise to make every effort to raise our future family with the same dedication and love that our respective families have given to us. Finally, though we may not know what the future holds, I promise to love you unconditionally, day by day, year by year, decade by decade. I love you today and always, David Lamb. David, take this ring as a sign of my ending love, commitment, and respect.
Same thing for you.
Karina, take this ring as a sign of my unending love, commitment, and respect.
It is now my honor to pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss.
You two have always been such wonderful teammates to each other through it all.
He readily shares how she has been a source of calm and a grounding influence in his life, and it's evident ever since they've been together.
I love you both. May your marriage be filled with love and laughter, all the boba in the world, and of course, a lot more cats.
With love, promise, and infinite possibilities. Cheers.